Hello guys! As you probably know, 11.1 is just around the corner, so now it's really high time to prepare for it and be ready so you as well can print millions of gold in 11.1. I'm going to go through a bunch of different things that I think that you should focus on now before 11.1, so you are as ready as possible before it's too late. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that you will get a profession respec in 11.1, and that will make you able to respec your professions once per character in the rest of the expansion. So if you have professions that you have messed up, maybe put knowledge points where you don't want to or something like that, you will be able to respec. And for this, it's even very good if you start preparing now and actually taking the time to catch up in your professions in the last days here that we have before 11.1. So do all your patron orders, do the weekly treasures, do all of the quests, do everything that you can basically to get some more knowledge points so you're ready when it launches, because then you will be able to respec and put your knowledge points wherever you want to be able to print gold. As you guys probably know, the markets usually get a little bit squishy on new patches. There will probably be more opportunities on the new patch. Making gold in the beginning, at least, being ready with your professions then is really good. So one more thing that I highly recommend you to do, even if you're fully catched up in your professions and you don't really care about the knowledge points, I think you should get yourself some Artisan acuity. Basically, the new few recipes that we will get in 11.1 will cost Artisan acuity from the vendor, at least a lot of them. So having some spare Artisan acuity will allow you to be able to instantly purchase the recipes whenever you are able to, which will be really good for you because then you're able to faster get into the market that you want to and maybe squeeze out that little extra profit that you can in the beginning. Also, you have the material bags that cost Artisan acuity. I don't know if we are going to be able to get a rare drop recipes in those Artisan acuity bags. We could that in the beginning of the War Within. Maybe if there are some new recipes coming from the raid or something, maybe they can drop in there again, and then it will be awesome for you to have some spare acuity to buy those bags to get ahead of probably some really expensive recipes. But that's just a speculation. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I think we have no information of that yet, so that's just a thought, but it's gonna be really good to have Artisan acuity either way. So try to get some Artisan acuity, and yeah, you basically get that from getting knowledge points, right? Other than that, one extremely important thing that I really think that you have to do before 11.1 is getting yourself the Weaver's Prodigy buff. If you do not have this buff yet, it is the best buff in this game. It gives you 30% crafting and gathering speed. So no matter if you're a crafter or a gatherer, you need this buff. It's so good. You're crafting 30% faster or you're gathering 30% faster. If you are mass crafting, this is gonna save you so much time. You're gonna be able to craft so much more things every hour you spend crafting basically. So it will print you more gold overall doing anything in the game. So go ahead and get this buff. All you have to do is get renown 7 with the Weaver in the severed threads. It's super easy. You should be able to push it within 2 resets. You should probably do this instantly. Most of you maybe have this already, but I know for a fact that a lot don't, and this is so important, and this is the best buff ever. So do not forget this. Do this now or you will regret it later. That is for sure. Also, another thing that I just want to tell you quickly is to do not forget to use the file of bountiful seasons when you are crafting. This is gonna be for 11.1 and now with 4 of course, which gives you a lot of resourcefulness. So important. So just don't forget to use it while you're crafting, otherwise you're not gonna be able to compete with anybody, right? So do that now. Also, another thing that I have done a little bit, but I don't know myself if this is the best plan. I have been crafting some bolts here that I know that I will be needing for the next patch. I have been getting bismuth at a price that I was comfortable with paying to craft the bolts to be ready for the next patch. However, a lot of things have already skyrocketed in price now, so I'm not sure if it's worth crafting now to prepare. Probably not, but I'm not a market teller. I have no idea about this subject, if it's worth preparing now or not, but at least maybe it's something that you want to think about. If you want to prepare something now, like crafting something, if you can find some cheap stuff, you never know, but probably the demand will increase a lot in the next patch. But we don't know how much people already have hoarded. We know for a fact that people have hoarded so much mats and so much crafted stuff, so I'm not sure how the market's gonna move when we get the new patch, if it's gonna go up or if it's gonna go down, or if it's already has gone up enough to just stay stable. I have no idea, but I'm just saying that think about it at least and take an active decision on how you want to do on that. Also, I think it's really important for you to prepare and actually farm some raw gold if you haven't done done that yet. If you are poor now going into 11.1, that is not a good start. I think you should farm now. Material is highly priced now. So if you do gathering right now, you can easily pull off like 30-35k an hour gathering. So doing a couple hours gathering or farming gold other places, farming cloth, maybe farming old content stuff to make gold before 11.1 is going to be really, really important for you. So you actually are ready to spend gold and craft stuff at the launch of 11.1 and print gold with all of the new nice demand that is coming in. So try to get your head on some liquid gold before 11.1. Also, if you're missing professions that you want to get ready, take your time and level your characters now before 11.1, because in 11.1 most likely you want to play the game in your way. Maybe you want to do mythics, maybe you want to raid, maybe you want to PvP, maybe you want to gold make, whatever. You most likely don't want to level a brand new character on the launch day of 11.1, right? Maybe prepare it now if you want to. Also, we did hear something for the latest patch that we were gonna get some stat changes for multicraft and resourcefulness. Basically that multicraft was gonna be heavily nerfed and resourcefulness gonna be buffed. However, that's still not confirmed, and I think even they have scrapped that idea. So I don't think those changes are coming into 11.1. But this is something that I'm not 100% sure at, but from what I've heard and seen, we're not going to get those changes, and it's not on a PTR. If they throw it in, it's gonna be pretty random, but I think not. So most likely we don't have to care about that anymore, at least, which is good. And in terms of new recipes and crafts that's gonna come in 11.1, we don't really have a lot coming either, which is quite boring in my opinion. We're gonna have just a few recipes, like we're gonna have the new Vantus rune, we're gonna have a new contract, we're gonna have some new wheels to craft for the new car, and we're gonna have some small other stuff, but it's not really gonna be anything that feels too impactful. Nothing new, same equipment, same everything. So it's mostly probably gonna be crafting the same stuff that we have been doing in the War Within so far. So we'll see about that. Quite boring in my opinion, but still gonna be very, very fun with a new patch. Guys, don't forget that you are playing this game to have fun as well. So just don't do any of the preparations if you don't want to. So just enjoy the game, have fun, and like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment something nice, and let me know in the comments if I forgot to include anything in this video. Goodbye.